Happy Wednesday, January 1. Happy New Year. The title for today, Many are called, but few are chosen. The scripture for today, Matthew 22:3. But before I go to Matthew 22:3, I want to tell you my peak experience that makes me happy. My sister calls me from the phone. Hey, Benjamin, can you paint my room? I want my room painted. That was a few weeks ago. But today, that room is painted. The walls are painted. The ceiling is painted. The bathroom is painted. The doors are painted. It's looking beautiful. It's waiting for my sister, who, by the way, is a very good speaker. She's going to be preaching on the 11th of January in Palmdale Seventh-day Adventist Church, English and Spanish. It's a blessing to have her. And thank you, sister. If you're watching me from Bolivia, my sister, I send you an embrace, a hug. Hugs to you and to your husband. Now, let's go to the lesson. Matthew 22:3. And sent his servants to call those who were invited to the wedding feast, but they would not come. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are. What does this mean? Those who are finally chosen, or the elect, are those who have accepted the Lord's invitation to the wedding. The term translated to call or to invite throughout the parable is the Greek word kaleo. Such a powerful word that there's a church in downtown LA that calls itself Kaleo, actually Glendale. And what determines who is finally elect or eklektos is whether one has freely accepted the invitation. Not the person who has received a call, is the person who has accepted. In fact, God calls, invites everyone to the wedding. However, any one of us can refuse God's calling. Any one of us can refuse God's love. Freedom is essential to love. God will never pour his love on anyone. Sad to say, we can reject having a love relationship with God. The elect are those who accept the invitation. For those who love God, God has prepared things more wonderful than anything that we could possibly imagine. Once again, it all comes down to the question of love and the freedom inherent in love. I finish with a story. Again, Jesus speaks to them in picture stories. He says to them, the holy nation of heaven is like a king who gives a wedding supper for his son. He sends his servants to tell the people, and they are asked to come to the supper. But the people do not want to come. So the father sends other servants, saying to them, tell those who have been asked, see, my supper is ready. My cows and fat calves are killed. Everything is ready. Come to the wedding supper. But they did not listen and went on working. One goes to his farm. Another one goes to his store. And the others get a hold of the servants and not only hurt them, they kill them. When the king hears this, he is extremely angry. He sends his soldiers to put those to death who had killed his servants. He burns their city. And then he says to his servants, the wedding supper is ready. Those who are asked to come to the supper are not good enough. So now go to the highways and roads, and as many people as you can find, ask them to come to the wedding supper. The servants go out into the roads and to the highways and the byways and bring all they can find, both good and bad. The wedding supper room is full of people. The king comes in to see who had come, and he sees one man who does not have a wedding garment. By the way, in those days, the invitation was not with a piece of paper. The invitation was not with an envelope. In those days, the invitation to a wedding was with a garment. It would be 150 garments to each one. That was your invitation. Friend, how did you get in without a wedding garment? Without wedding supper clothes? The man could not speak. Then the king says to his servants, tie his feet, tie his hands, and throw him out into the darkness. And in that place there will be loud crying and grinding of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. May God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.